We are at the entrance to the shrine of Our Lady of the Cave, rebuilt after the Allied bombing on the 11th of May 1943. How does the story of Our Lady of the Cave and its shrine begin? On the 19th of January 1518, what is now via the 19th of July Street, Marsala, a statue was found of the Madonna, which would come to be called Our Lady of the Cave. It is thought the statue had been hidden to protect it from the fierce iconoclastic persecution. How was the statue found? It is said that in 1514, the Augustine friar, Father Leonardo Savina, had a vision of the Madonna, who asked him to dig in an abandoned quarry, a place where the present sanctuary now stands. He dug for 4 long years, when, finally, a falling boulder uncovered a well, wherein he found the small statue of Madonna. It is reported that Madonna saved Marsala from 2 terrible earthquakes on the 11th of January 1693 and the 1st of September 1726, and that other miracles also occurred. Because of this, on the 6th of May 1788, by an act, Our Lady of the Cave was chosen as principal patron and special protector of the city. The same act also ruled that celebrations commemorating the finding of the statue should take place every year on the 19th of January. When was the church built? It is conveyed that Our Lady, who appeared in a dream to Father Leonardo Savina, asked him to build a temple in her honor on the spot where the statue was found. Work began at the beginning of the 1600s. What do we find before the entrance of the cave? To the right, a bell dating back to 1628. To the left, the remains of the monastery of the Augustinians, who were entrusted with the Church of Our Lady of the Cave. The old monastery, which is not accessible to the public, has decorative hieratic shells carved in the rock, probably dating back to the first half of the 16th century. These were often present in churches as a symbol of water, tomb, and resurrection. Entering the cave. Descending steps, we enter the single-nave church, which was excavated in the rock. The cave measures 17.3 meters in length and 6.25 meters in width. In the center of the cave is the mouth of the 10-meter deep well where the statue of Our Lady was found. At the rear of the cave, in the apse, there is the main altar, some parts of which date back to the early 16th century and is made from different colored marble. On the main altar, there is a semi-life-size statue of the Madonna of the Cave. The vault of the cave is a monolithic granite boulder. On each side near to the entrance, there are 2 tough stone fonts from the 16th or 17th century. The church has 2 chapels built into the rock. On the wall in the chapel to the right, there is a fresco dated 1571, which depicts St. Nicholas wearing a mitre and golden vestment. His right hand is raised in the sign of blessing, and his left hand holds a bishop's crozier. Adjoining this chapel, there is an entrance that leads into old rooms of the Augustine monastery. In the chapel on the left, the 16th century central fresco above the altar depicts St. Augustine. His right hand holds a book of doctrine before the monks and to the nuns, and in his left hand he holds a church. The top scene is of the Annunciation, with Mary sitting on the right in front of a lectern. Archangel Gabriel is to the left, and to his left is Saint Veronica. To the left of the altar, Saint Barbara is with an unknown figure, while on the right, Saint Lucy with Archangel Raphael and Saint Tobias can be seen. In the same chapel, under a detached fresco of Madonna of the Girdle, is the sarcophagus by Girolamo Maggio, the chaplain commissioner, who died in 1587. The sarcophagus is marble, worked on bas-relief. The top has elegantly carved scales. front, two winged figures stand aside the family coat of arms of 6 stars and 6 rhomboids divided by a vertical band. The coat of arms is surmounted by a helmet. At the base of the sarcophagus there are sculpted snakes. To the left side of the chapel, there's a 16th century fresco depicting St. Peter with keys in hand and the Bishop of Lilibeo, St. Gregory. 2 Augustine monks are to the side of the 2 saints. In 2012, the frescoes were restored by the Lorenzo de' Medici School in Florence. After the chapel, we find an altar, which houses a recently discovered exceptional fresco dated 1536, depicting Madonna tenderly embracing the baby Jesus. In the background is a church. The child is holding a globe in his hand, surmounted by a cross. The name of Francisco Ballaturi is seen, perhaps that of the artist or patron. Studies are underway on the work. The discovery of this precious work, just a few days after the 500th anniversary of the finding of the statue of Our Lady of the Cave, represents a significantly important event for the city of Marsala. Continuing on the left under a broken arch, we find ourselves on the landing of some steps. Beside the first step on the wall, there is an inscription dating back to 1818, which is perhaps a commemorative plaque recording the tricentennial discovery of the statue. Descending the steps and crossing the cramped narrow cave, we arrive at the exact point where the statue of Our Lady of the Cave was found. The statue of Our Lady of the Cave. After leaving the cave, we enter the simple small underground church, which has guarded the original statue of Our Lady of the Cave since the year 2000. The statue sits in a silver ostensory stemmed with rubies, emeralds and diamonds inside a handcrafted case. The 18-centimeter high statue represents the Madonna with the baby Jesus in her arm. It is not known what material it is made of, although it could be Sicilian alabaster. The statue was damaged in the 1943 bombing, and thus the hand of the Madonna and the head of the baby Jesus were repaired by a local artisan, and Madonna's head was reattached to her torso. Today the statue is kept in a protective enclosure. An ingenious elevator system allows the statue to be placed on view when needed for celebrations, then returned to the secure vault when this precious artifact is not required. Our Lady of the Cave is a treasure found, the treasure of Marsala, and as a treasure it must be protected.